In Transcendance, the concept of transcending spiritually refers to going beyond the limitations of the physical world and achieving a higher state of existence. This can be done through various means, such as meditation, prayer, or other spiritual practices. When someone transcends, they are said to be in a state of pure consciousness, or enlightenment. This is a state of being that is beyond the physical body and the mind. In this state, there is no sense of time or space, and one is said to be one with the universe. There are many benefits to transcending, such as gaining a deeper understanding of oneself and the world around them. Transcending can also lead to a sense of peace and calm, as well as increased creativity and intuition. Everyone's experience of transcending is unique. However, transcending refers to a state of consciousness beyond the ordinary waking state. It is often described as a state of bliss, peace and unity with all things. Transcending can occur spontaneously or as a result of practices such as meditation, prayer or yoga. People who have spiritually transcended report feeling a deep sense of connection with all of life, a sense of oneness with the universe. They often report feeling a sense of profound love, peace and bliss. They may also experience enhanced mental and physical well-being, and a sense of expanded consciousness. Transcending is not about escaping from the challenges of everyday life, but rather about experiencing life from a higher perspective. It is about transcending the ego, the small self, and connecting with the infinite intelligence of the universe. It is about experiencing the true nature of who you are. If you are seeking a deeper understanding of what it means to transcend in a spiritual sense, there are many resources available to you. There are books, articles, and websites that can provide you with information and guidance. You may also want to explore the work of teachers and practitioners who can help you to experience the spiritual transcendence for yourself. When we talk about transcending spiritually, we are talking about moving beyond the physical and mental limitations of the material world and into a higher state of consciousness. We must learn to become aware of the spiritual realm. This can be achieved through a variety of methods, including meditation, prayer, contemplation, by paying attention to your dreams, listening to your intuition, and looking for signs and synchronicities in your life. Some people may also experience transcendence through drug use, near-death experiences, or other intense life-changing events. However, it is important to note that these experiences are often temporary and do not always lead to lasting spiritual growth. Once you become more aware of the spiritual realm, you can begin to connect with it through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. By regularly engaging in these activities, you will gradually begin to transcend the physical world and move into a higher state of consciousness. As there are many paths to spirituality transcend, each person's journey is unique. There are some common themes that often arise during the spiritual journey. One of the most frequent is the experience of transcending the ego, or the small self. The ego is the part of us that is concerned with the individual self and is often the source of our fears and doubts. It is the ego that tells us we are not good enough, that we are not worthy of love and happiness. When we begin to transcend the ego, we start to see ourselves in a new light. We begin to see that we are much more than our individual selves, and that we are connected to all of life. This, for some people, can be also known as a spiritual awakening. Another common theme during spiritual transcendence is the experience of oneness. This is the realization that we are all one, that we are all connected. This can be a very powerful experience, as it can help us to let go of our fears and doubts and to see the world in a new way. We are no longer limited by our individual perspectives. Seeing the world from a higher perspective, able to tap into a deep well of wisdom and compassion. Able to see the interconnectedness of all things, and we feel a deep sense of oneness with all that is. This state is often described as a state of pure consciousness, bliss, or ecstasy. As we have already mentioned, there are many different ways to achieve spiritual transcendence, but there are some common steps that can be taken to help facilitate the process. Below are 5 of the most important steps to take on the journey to spiritual transcendence. 1. Be open to the possibility. The first step to achieving spiritual transcendence is to be open to the possibility that it can happen to you. Many people go through life without ever considering that there could be more to existence than what they can see and touch. If you want to transcend to a higher level of consciousness, you need to be willing to explore the unseen world. 2. Let go of ego. The ego is the part of us that is concerned with the physical world and our own personal gain. In order to move beyond the ego, we need to let go of our attachment to material things and our need for approval from others. This can be a difficult process, but it is essential for transcending to a higher level of consciousness. 3. Quiet the mind. The mind is constantly chattering, and this noise can prevent us from hearing the still, small voice of our true nature. In order to quiet the mind, we need to practice meditation and mindfulness. By clearing the mind of distractions, we can begin to hear the guidance of our higher selves. 4. Connect with nature. Nature is a reflection of the divine, and connecting with nature can help us to connect with our own spiritual nature. Spend time in nature and allow yourself to be awed by its beauty. This connection will help to ground and center you as you journey towards spiritual transcendence. 5. Be willing to surrender. The final step to achieving spiritual transcendence is to be willing to surrender to the process. This means letting go of your attachment to the outcome and trusting that the universe will guide you to where you need to go. Once you are able to let go, you will be open to limitless possibilities.